First of all, I know it's been a couple weeks since I have sent out a video, and that's my bad. I did promise you that I will always make sure that I try and make it impactful and intentional, so I'm not just spamming you with information. So a couple quick things today, and then I'll get out of your hair. The first thing is in regards to just some friendly reminders of things that are happening that we're seeing more of, and I think we haven't been busy, so we may forget about it. 2-1 buy down is still an excellent way to deal with high interest rates and customers who are weary of buying in higher rates. If you have a question on how this works, the gist of it is if the interest rate is 8%, they can get 6% for the first year, 7% for the second year. And if they refinance anytime in between, that money actually comes back to them. So it's different than buying the rate down with a discount point, which is what people are doing with brokers and things of that nature. So 2-1 buy down, still a valuable thing to talk about. And if you have a borrower that wants to hear more about that, I'd love to take care of that for you. The second thing is, as of November 18th, multi-unit properties are now only going to be requiring 5% down. This is great for investors. This is great for people who might need to have a little bit more income coming in to afford their first property. If you have any questions on that, let me know. We will not be able to get DU approval with that verbiage in there until the 18th, but we're close enough now that I think it makes sense to start talking about that with your clients. Another thing that I posted or that I had in the subject line is laziness. I found it myself. I haven't sent these videos out, and I started thinking, well, what does it really matter? Do my agents really care? I don't know if you do or not, but the reality is I've wanted to do business with the people that receive this message for a long time. A lot of you I do business with, and I don't want to see that go away. And the reality is, if I'm not staying in front of you, whether you respond to this or not, if I'm not constantly making sure I'm present, someone else could easily call you, take you out to lunch, and maybe steal you away from me. And I'm a jealous guy, so I don't want that to happen. But I was thinking about it from a real estate standpoint. Right now, I think is the time where we've got to be more in touch with our database. We've got to be talking to people more often. So if you find yourself in that slump of like, I don't really want to do anything today, or there's nothing to do, or business is tough, or whatever it may be, now is the hunting season. I would highly recommend reach out to your database. Just call in and touch base. Make sure they remember your name. Send them a video. Make sure they see your face. Don't do it on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. It's getting lost in the saturation of everybody doing that same thing. Make a real connection. Call people. Check in on them. Remind them that you're their agent. And when this market turns, you'll be the one that they call. In turn, hopefully, I'm the one that you call when you need something. Now, probably what you're most excited about is the NAR lawsuit information. I've provided a link here to step into a webinar that's coming up. I think it's the 4th. You have to register for it. It's free, but they're talking to expert witness David Stevens and also Scott Brixton. He's a residential expert. If you're not familiar with this lawsuit, it's basically the lawsuit that was filed against NAR, and I think MLS is included in it, that they're trying to make buyers responsible for their buyer's agents' commissions in essence. So they would have to come up with their down payment, closing costs, and now the seller or the buyer's agent commission. There's a lot of information I can get into. If you want to call me and find out more about it, I can tell you the ins and outs of the lawsuit and where it started and what's going on with it. But this is going to be a great webinar, so I highly recommend you get on it. Other than that, thank you guys for always considering me for your clients. I appreciate it more than you know. I know times are tough right now. Hang in there. People are dropping out of the business. There's going to be market share to collect. But again, right now is the time that we need to be focusing on the effort more than the outcome. Call your past clients, call your pre-quote clients, call your friends. Remind everyone that you're a real estate, that you're a real estate agent, and you're still in the business, and you're going to continue to be in the business, and it's going to bode for a lot of success. I would bore you with where rates are going or what's going on, but I don't think anyone really knows. We've heard that rates could be lower by midsummer, late summer next year, but we're also hearing that the economy is struggling and there's a recession coming, but also we're getting reports that there's great numbers in regards to jobless claims and GDP was up 4.9, higher than they've ever expected, but maybe it's going to be negative next quarter. Who knows? Anyway, thank you guys very much. If you need me, call me, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.